All right, we're going to go over this first example using the quadratic formula, and then I will give you the solutions for the last three. We can take our function and we can first graph it in Desmos just to see how many solutions we're going to have. I have f of m is equal to m squared minus 5m minus 14. If I graph this in Desmos and it doesn't end up giving me anything, I can just change all of those m's to x's. Right, so I would have x squared minus 5x minus 14. When I graph this in Desmos, I will have two solutions, right? So here's what my quadratic could look like, where I have one solution here and one solution there. Instead of finding the discriminant first and then going through with the quadratic formula, I'm just going to put this all in the quadratic formula right now. My a value is 1, my b value is negative 5, and my c value is negative 14. I'm going to use those three for b, a, and then c. When I substitute, just substitute exactly as is. So in this case, I have a negative 5 plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times a was 1, c was negative 14. All of that is divided by 2a. Since a was 1, it's just 2 times 1. When you simplify, just go piece by piece, right? Don't try and do too much at one time. I have negative 5, which gets me positive 5, plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared is 25. Negative 4 times negative 14 is 56. All that divided by 2. Combine those together and I have 5 plus or minus root 81 divided by 2. Now that I've simplified all of that under the radical, I have my discriminant. Since my discriminant is greater than 0, that means I should have two solutions, which is exactly what I saw on my graph. Right, so what I just found for my discriminant matches. And now when we solve, we should know that we're getting two solutions. 5 plus or minus root 81. This is going to break the problem into two different answers, two different solutions. One where I have 5 plus root 81 over 2, and one where I have 5 minus root 81 over 2. The square root of 81 is 9, because it's just 9 times 9. So I replace root 81 with a 9. 5 plus 9 divided by 2, that's 14 divided by 2, that's 7. 5 minus 9 divided by 2, 5 minus 9 is negative 4, divided by 2 is negative 2, and those are my two solutions. I can write them in two different ways. I could say what they are as points, right? So that would be negative 2, comma 0, and 7, comma 0. Again, we're solving for x. Or you could just write it as x is equal to negative 2, and x is equal to 7. Both of these are correct. To check my work on this, if you really feel like doing it, you can take those two, substitute it back into your original equation, and see, do they work? Does it work? If it does, then you're good. If it doesn't, then you may have made a mistake somewhere along the line. The graph told us we had two solutions, the discriminant told us we had two solutions, and then we got two solutions. I'm going to show you the answers for the rest of these. Make sure that you're working through them first, right? Try them yourself, especially the substitution part. Make sure that you were able to correctly substitute. For problem 3 and problem 4, just be careful because your a isn't 1, right? So when you're dividing, right, you have 2 times a, you need to make sure that you're using that a value. There you go. If you would like to pause the video to check some of your work, feel free. Right now, I want you to move into the notes as soon as you are done with this worksheet. Okay? If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email and let me know, or ask one of your classmates around you.